The word no, probably one of the most difficult words to say and one of the most difficult words to accept is no. The word no is small, but it carries a lot of weight, and it can be heavy weight. For many people, it feels uncomfortable to say because we don't want to disappoint or hurt others, or seem like we're being selfish because we're not able to do something. But constantly avoiding no often leads to burnout, stress, anger, frustration, anxiety, and losing control over your own time. Learning to say it isn't about being rude or inconsiderate or not a good person. It's about setting boundaries. Remember that word, boundaries, and protecting yourself and your own energy. No is one of the hardest words for people to say, but one of the most important, and it can be empowering also. We're taught to be agreeable and to say yes to everything in order to keep others happy. But what about ourselves? Aren't we allowed to keep ourselves happy? Of course we are. But every time you say yes to something you don't want to, you're saying no to you. Saying no respectfully shows you to stay true to yourself and to your priorities without carrying guilt or that heavy feeling. A lot of times we feel heavy when we say no. The word no can feel heavy because it often comes with that guilt. It often comes with that discomfort. It often comes with being attacked even, and made to be feeling uncomfortable, but you don't have to feel that way. And saying no is okay. And those of us who don't say it often, when we do start saying it, it's going to be very uncomfortable at first, but you got to keep at it. You got to keep practicing it, and you have to figure out how you're going to approach it, when you are faced in situations. I'm going to run through a couple of them. People who ask for money. Gosh, to me, that's so inappropriate to ask someone for money, especially you don't know their financial situation, one, and two, it's just inappropriate depending on who you ask. And a lot of people are in financial jams. But when you ask someone for money and they're not able to, and you get mad at them, it makes them feel worse about themselves, and it makes them feel like maybe less of a person. Maybe they want to give you the money, but they're not able to because they don't have the money. That's one situation. Two, asking someone to do something, or asking someone to do something for free. If you don't want to do something for free, or you're not able to do something, I'm not able to do that. That doesn't work for me. That's not something that fits into my life or my schedule right now. And you set that boundary. And again, it's going to feel uncomfortable the first couple times that you do it, but you got to keep doing it. So try to keep in mind, guys, when we're asking those two things I brought up because they've been brought to my attention. Asking for money and asking people to do stuff for free, it doesn't always work for all of us at this time. And learning to say you're not able to do that, for those of you on the end of being asked, you're going to learn more about self-respect and more about boundaries and more about loving yourself and empowering yourself. To those of you who continually ask for things and you become angry when you're on that receiving end of not able to, you also need to think that over and see what's going on with you, or how come your reactions are like that. So it kind of works both ways. And this is something I've been wanting to talk about because I have people all the time telling me, well, I can't do this, and the person is guilting me and they're making me feel bad. Well, if you're not able to, you're just not able to. If I'm not able to, I'm not going to either, I have to respect myself and my time, and so do you. So keep that in mind when people are coming at you. Please work on accepting that you matter and that your decision making is just as important as anyone else's, and you have the right to say no. Not able to. That doesn't work for me. This isn't something I can do. And then you keep it moving. So I wanted to talk about that word, no. Love yourself, respect yourself, and know you're just as equipped as anybody else to use that word and make your own decisions without feeling bad about it.